Hello everyone, and welcome to Lakeside, and it's the 1st of January 2018, so a happy new year to you all, and hope you had a great one, and also a fabulous Christmas too. Now this is the first day I've had up in Lakeside for over a week now, for actually doing something, and I thought I'd just do a quick video of up to date where we are. So the first thing I should be doing is obviously carrying on with the TMD now, so that I can complete this section and get ready for doing this area over here. Now I've made a decision in that I'm going to get rid of the Ecos. I probably won't get rid of it actually, but I'm not going to be using it. I've decided to go for a Z21 because this is starting to play up on me, and I've always vowed that I wouldn't ever send this back to ESU for repair, because it's going to cost about £200+ to repair. I know it will, and I've got two issues with it. One is the screen is going just the same as what Dave Howe's screen is doing, or was doing, but probably in a slightly different manner. It's becoming uncontrollable when it's cold. It's a bit like the old cars, you know, when you need to choke. Well, in this case it needs heat, and I have to put it on a radiator to actually get it warm, not just warm but quite warm, for it to actually function, because if I don't, the whole thing is completely uncontrollable. I've got lights flashing up and down over here and over here. Trains are shooting off left, right and centre, with no input from me whatsoever, until at such stage where the Ecos has warmed up, and now I've had it on the radiator for about 15 minutes and it's all working fine, and there's no issues with it. But I can't carry on with something like that. You know, it's got to be repaired, and I'm not going to spend over £200 just to have it repaired and then something else to go wrong with it. That will be the second time it's been repaired. It's had a new motherboard in it, probably about 18 months ago, 2 years ago, and that was, I think, over £300 to repair. So it's not cheap. So instead of forking out more money for it, I thought, well, for 350 odd quid or so, I will go for a Z21. And the reason for the Z21 is because I've been looking at this on many people's layouts and reviews on YouTube and so forth. Jim at Hover Motion, of course, and a few other people, and it's a really impressive piece of kit. And what I like about it is that there's no mechanical things to go wrong with it for a start. It's basically all electronic, but the major thing for me is the portability of it, whereby it's all driven really by your iPad or phone or whatever you want to use, and so you can walk around with it. Now I have got the first version and second version of the hand controller for the ESU Ecos, and the first controller was absolute rubbish, which is the reason why they brought out the second one. The second one is also rubbish. It will not go down to 0. It goes to 5 steps, and won't tie in with this. Now if I set this to 0 on here on the speed steps, the controller, the hand controller, is saying 5 speed steps. Now if I turn the controller to 0 on the hand controller and this then talk to each other and go, no, I can't give you 0, I'll give you 5. So that needs calibrating. So I'm really not happy with ECOS at the moment, and I say it's a shame because it works to a point, but you have to warm it up, which is crazy. So there's obviously something wrong with the touch screen, because that's the only part really which is well, it's not really any part, but it's the part which drives the information, because the functions down here I assume are connected to here. So if I go to there, so these functions down here, when it's cold, these are flashing all over the place. It's like a Christmas tree. They're going up and down, and the locos are lighting up and going off, and so obviously a big issue there electronically, I guess. And I'm not prepared to pay another couple of £100 to get that repaired. So it's time to fork out for a new controller, I think, which is going to be the Z21. So that's that. The other thing is, over Christmas I got some nice goodies from people for my TMD. So I've got 2 packs actually of these, the inspection pits to go inside the shed. I've got some jacks and several packs of people to obviously put around the layout in this area, and I've also got a arc welder, and that is going to be wired up and hooked up to in there I'm going to have an old Lima or Hornby or old Bachmann class 37 in there, up on the jacks, and the body will be up in the air, but I'm going to have the bogies resting on the track over the inspection pit, and inside the bonnet. So if you imagine that's the class 37 there, I'm going to have the 2 flaps lifted up either side, and I'm going to have a guy sitting inside as if he's welding something, and that, where is it, here, that's going to be hidden inside the bonnet. So as you view it, it looks like he's welding inside the bonnet. So that's the plan for probably that track there, I would think. I'm not sure yet, but either one of those. I've also ordered some lamps, and a big thank you to John Crooks for sending me a link to the lamps, for the yard lamps. So I've ordered those. So thank you, John, for that. That's really appreciated, mate. Fun thing was, I was looking around for the lamps when the email came in from him, so we were sort of on the same wavelength, if you like, at the time. So new lamps coming. What else? Obviously I've got to do the concrete hard standing yet, which is probably the next thing to do, I would think, because I can't put the inspection pits in until I've done the concrete hard standing. I can do the cutouts, but not the actual mounting of the inspection pits. I have got another loco arriving, and I saw this on Lines for Loco again, and I looked at it, I thought, oh god, not again. It is just fabulous. If you thought the 9F Crusty was looking good, you wait till you see this little baby. It is absolutely gorgeous. So that will hopefully be on its way to me. I don't know when it will come. It might arrive this week, but I don't know. It might probably be next week, because if they stick to Hermes Courier, then it's going to take about a fortnight to get to me. I have emailed them to ask them if they can send it by Royal Mail. I'll do an extra expense on that. I'd prefer that rather than wait a couple of weeks for it to arrive. So that's to look forward to. Tomorrow I should be ordering the sound file and stay alive and speaker for the Crusty. So that might be in by next week, and I shall also be ordering firebox glow or flicker, and a couple of lights for the front. So hopefully they will be arriving before the end of the week. So there's a lot of work coming up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing all that. What else? I think that's about it. So it's a Z21 to get, new loco arriving, plus this for the TMD, those bits. And what I have done today, now I'm happy with all the point work and all the point motors are in. What I've done, I've now gone through and removed all the springs from the points, so they now operate as they should do. If I go back to here, I hope that this works. Here we go. So if we look at this one, there, come on, work, there we go. There's no clunk and clicking now from the spring, it's just a straight transition, which is how it should be with those DC concept motors. I to be honest with you, I'm just loving this, the way it's working out. With the DCC concept point motors, it literally is just bolting it up underneath. Obviously you have to align it, but you would do with any point motors. Bolting it up underneath, fitting the wires to it from the point, and that's it. Obviously you have to assign it an address, but then that's it. It's literally probably, I don't know, 10-15 minutes work per point. And it's just so neat as well. Underneath there's just 5 wires for each point. 2 of those are power cables, the rest are from the point itself. And it's just so damned easy, and I'm hoping, I don't know, but I'm hoping that it's going to be as functional as it is on the Ecos, because the reasons why I got the Ecos was that I've got every single thing I want on the Ecos. I've got the track layout, I've got the locos, and I would have signals on here as well, which would be combined in with the point. So everything is controlled from here. I won't have any boards with switching on. I know some people like the fact that they can toggle the switches for the points. It's a tactile thing, isn't it? You know, changing the points. That doesn't really interest me, to be honest with you, but I can appreciate that some people prefer that. I prefer to have this system where I can eventually be over there, and all I will have will be, if it was this, of course, all I would have would be my layout in front of me. So it's either the track or the locos, and I'm hoping that with the Z21 that it will go a step further, because the Z21 will give you the track layout and it will give you the locos, but with that, of course, I'll be able to walk around the layout, and so I'll be able to wander around over the back there with my iPad and operate it from all over there. So that's going to be a real major plus for me, especially when I'm videoing, because at the moment, to video this, just having the Ecos where I have to control it because the handsets don't work, it is a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you. It does cause a few problems. So there you go, just a very quick update. So all these points now along here are all now free of their springs and are now operating as they should. So if we go to so that's that one, so let's look at this one here. Lovely jubbly. So there you go. So that's my after Christmas and New Year sorted out for me, I think, for a good couple of weeks. I hope you all had a good one, and that you've recovered from last night. I was very good last night. I didn't have any, well, I did have some drink, but not a huge amount. I didn't have a headache, put it that way, when I woke up. I think I'm just getting a bit old in the tooth for all that. Okay, folks, so that's about it. Just a quick update to tell you what's happened and what's going to happen. So take care, and I'll speak to you again soon. So bye for now. Bye.